Hi students, welcome back to my online class in mathematics. My name is Vishwanath. Today's chapter is GST. The full form of GST is Goods and Services Tax. Usually one question will arise in our mind, what is a tax? Let us know what is a tax. Tax is an amount levied or charged on citizen by the particular government during selling or buying or servicing for the betterment of the particular nation. I read once again, tax is an amount. It is an amount. That amount is charged. That amount is charged by the government. Particular government charges that amount. On whom they are charging that amount? They are charging a particular amount on the citizen like you and me. When they are charging? During selling or buying or servicing. If you are selling something, or if you are buying something, or if you are serviced by the like insurance sector, hospital, like you are serviced by something, this amount that is collected by the government during selling, buying and servicing, they are using for the betterment of the nation. That amount is used by the nation for the betterment. The next question, where this tax goes? The whole amount collected by the government, I mean they are charging on citizen during selling and buying and servicing. Where this tax amount goes? The collected tax amount by the government. Remember, the tax is collected by the government, not by the private sector. Collected by the government, they are using to build and run hospitals, schools, military department, courts, ways like roadways, airways, and the railways, and many other government departments. So all these government departments are built and run by the government. To run these departments, government definitely requires huge amount. That huge amount is collected from us in the form of tax during selling, buying and servicing. Is this tax amount new to us? Is tax amount, tax system new to us? No, this tax system is not new to us. It was there in King's Rule itself. Now the upgraded version of this tax system is GST. Day by day, the tax collected by the particular kingdom, otherwise particular government, this changing. Tax system of modern India. In modern India, so after the independence, the newly introduced tax system is sales tax system. It was ST. ST means sales tax. It is also called as direct tax. The next upgraded of sales tax is VAT. VAT means value added tax. It is also called as indirect tax. The next, now we are in the new era, that is GST. GST means goods and services tax. About this chapter only we are going to study with a few examples later. So what is ST, what is VAT and what is GST? I'll give you later. Now we are in the GST system. So there are mainly three tiers of GST system. So GST collected in India by three methods, that is central GST, state GST and integrated GST, that is IGST. So this CGST and SGST, when you are selling or buying any item within the state, understanding. So within the state, if you are selling or buying any item within the state, within Karnataka you are selling or buying any item, there the government collect tax amount in the form of CGST and SGST. That means what tax amount collected by the government within the state is divided into two parts, 50% to the central, 50% to the state. So if you are buying any item in Chikmagalur, like chocolate, the tax amount charged on that chocolate by the government is divided into two parts, 50% to central, 50% to state. The next thing is IGST. IGST means integrated GST. It is during the interstate. Interstate means between state. If you are buying any item in Maharashtra, that you are bringing and selling in Karnataka. Remember, you are buying any item in Maharashtra that is sold in Karnataka. So it is called as interstate, between state. So if you are selling or buying any item between state, between the state, by crossing the border, there you need to pay IGST. This IGST is collected by directly central. So during the interstate, central government will collect tax in the form of IGST. Within the state, if you are buying or selling anything, so that is divided into two parts. CGST, central, they collect 50% and state they collect 50%. Totally 100% is divided into 50 and 50. The next is marketing chain. So let us know the marketing chain. First is raw materials. See, these raw materials are collected by the industry or factory. So that raw materials are used by the industry and they manufacture something. So it is called as manufacturer. So the raw materials are converted into goods by the manufacturer. After the manufacturer, wholesaler level. Wholesaler. This wholesaler collects all the goods in bulk, and they take to distributor level. Distributor. This distributor collect from the wholesaler and they distribute to many shops in Chikmagalur. So the distributor after the next level is shopkeeper level. Shopkeeper. The shopkeeper arranges these items from the distributor collected and they sell to consumer or user or customer. Consumer is the final level. So these six levels are very important levels. The raw material collected by the manufacturer. That manufacturer gives new shape to the good from the raw material they collected and they sells to wholesaler in turn sell to distributor in turn sells to shopkeeper next level is consumer. He is the final level. Here onwards no transaction because he is the user. Once he is using that good, there is no further selling or buying. So from the raw material to distributor, so he is collecting the raw material. He is paying GST. He is paying GST on suppose a manufacturer manufacture TV. So for the TV, some raw materials are required right now. So the body parts for the TV required. No, so that body parts are in form of raw material is collected by the manufacturer. Manufacturer gives the shape to that body parts in form of TV. That TV is bought by wholesaler in bulk order. So he takes that bulk order to the distributor level. He is giving to the distributor. So distributor in turn sells to shopkeeper. He arranges all the TVs in his showroom or shop. Then the consumer goes and buy that TV. Finally he is the user. So these are all called as the important marketing chain levels what we are seeing. Next is percentage slabs of GST. So in GST, what are the percentage slabs are there? So in India, in modern India, now we are in that GST form. No, so in that GST form, there are mainly 6 slabs are there. So these slabs are very important to be know. The first one is a 0% slab. So 0% slab. What is this 0% slab? Like best out of waste. Best out of waste products, textbooks, music books, vegetables, fruits. On this they are not charging. Government is not charging any tax on best out of waste, books, vegetable, fruits, like very important items. On very important items, they are not charging any tax. The next one is 0.25 tax on diamond. On diamond, the next is 0.25%. This 0.25% is applied on diamond and cut diamond on particular stones, right? After 0.25%, next is 5%. 5% is mainly on household essential items. So for the daily use, on household essential items, they are charging 5% GST. Examples: tea, coffee, sugar, ice, spices, vegetable oil, sweets, medicine, etc. So these are all comes under 5% because these items we are using as household essential items, and also these items are very important. Totally it is internal use, mainly for internal use. For internal use, that is like what we are eating. So those eating internal use items comes under 5%. Next slab is 12% slab. In 12% slab, computer and packaged foods. Computer and packaged foods comes under 12% slab. Next is 18% slab. Again, household essential items, but this time not tea, coffee, sugar. Like here we are finding hair oil, toothpaste, soap, etc. for the external use. The same household essential items, hair oil, toothpaste, soap, creams, so these comes under 18% because these things are we are using as external use, not internal use. Internal use mainly comes under 5% that we are eating. 18% also important for us, but it is not too essential than the 5% slab. 18% slab having these examples. The last slab is 28% slab. 28% slab has luxury items. See, on luxury items, they are charging 28%, like TV. TV is not base necessary. It is like for our entertainment. TV, fridge, AC, cars, motorbike, fan, etc. So TV, fridge, AC, cars, motorbike, fan, etc. This comes under 28% slab. Like our Indian GST percentage slabs are divided like 0% on textbooks, vegetable fruits, 0.25 on stones and cut stones, 5% on very important household essential items like sugar, coffee, sweets, medicine, 12% on computer and computer peripherals, packaged foods, 18% on for external use what we are using at home, 28% is luxury items for our entertainment. This is the percentage slabs of GST. Next we go to difference between difference between ST, VAT and GST. So let us know first what is the difference between sales tax, value added tax and goods service tax. See, in sales tax, as we know, the marketing chain. In marketing chain, what raw material is converted into goods by the manufacturer, raw material, is converted to goods by manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to distributor, distributor to shopkeeper, shopkeeper to user. So in this sales tax system, raw material is bought by the manufacturer and gave new shape in the form of good. Goods are sold to wholesaler, wholesaler in turn to distributor, shopkeeper. And suppose example, toothpaste. Toothpaste is that good. The toothpaste good is manufactured by the manufacturer and given to wholesaler. Finally it reached user, right? So in this system only user was paying tax. So at the end, so that toothpaste is manufactured and given to wholesaler, distributor, shopkeeper, finally user. So when user is buying that toothpaste, at that level only user was paying tax. These people were not paying any tax. These people were not paying any tax, but they were earning profit. Manufacturer, wholesaler, distributor, shopkeeper, everybody were getting profit, but nobody was paying any tax. Only the user, when user buying that item from the particular shop, only he was paying the tax. Only user was paying tax. So that's why it is called as direct tax. Direct tax. Only user was paying tax. So this was not right. This flaw in this system is corrected by the VAT. VAT means value added tax. In value added tax, raw material to manufacturer, manufacturer to wholesaler, wholesaler to distributor, distributor to shopkeeper and user. In this VAT system, raw material bought by the manufacturer, no, there manufacturer was paying tax in the form of VAT when he was buying raw material. Even he was paying tax. Manufacturer sold to wholesaler, no, so there wholesaler was paying tax to manufacturer. Wholesaler selling to distributor, that time the tax, it is not GST, VAT. So distributor was paying VAT to wholesaler. Again shopkeeper was paying VAT to distributor. Finally user was paying to, like. So in this system everybody was paying tax in the form of value added tax. So that means the value added tax having tax collection from everyone who are in the marketing chain. So here raw material to everybody who are in this chain, all are paying tax. So when they are buying or selling, they are paying tax. So by this, the system is called by indirect tax system. Indirect tax system. It's not only user is paying, all are paying. All are paying tax. In what form they are paying tax? Suppose the raw material charges 2000 rupees. Manufacturer mark that good by 3000 rupees. So here 2000 he bought, he is selling for 3000. So he is increased 1000 rupees. He is increased 1000 rupees. No, so for 1000 rupees he is paying tax. This 3000 sold to wholesaler for 4000. Here also he is selling for 1000 more. So therefore here also for 1000 rupees he has to pay tax. So value added tax means how much value you are adding. Actually raw material was 2000 rupees. He marked as 3000. That means how much he is adding more? He is adding 1000 rupees more. For that 1000 rupees he has to pay tax. Again wholesaler sells to distributor for 5000. Distributor to shopkeeper for 5500. Again shopkeeper to user for 6000. Finally shopkeeper bought for 5500. He is selling for user at the rate of 6000. So how much shopkeeper increased? Shopkeeper increased 500 rupees extra. For this 500 rupees extra, they have to pay tax. So value added tax, how much value you are increasing? Suppose you are buying a cycle for 5000 rupees and you paid tax. Already you paid tax on that. You paid tax on that to the shopkeeper. Now you are selling to your friend. That 5000 rupees you are selling to your friend as 6000 rupees. how much you increased on the rate. So you increased 1000 rupees. So for that 1000 rupees, your friend has to pay tax. So that is only called as value added tax. How much you are increasing for that. Suppose here you are buying for 5000 any item, you are selling to another one for 5000 only. So you are not changing any value. You bought for 5000 or you are selling for 5000. So you are not increasing any value. That time you need not to pay any tax. Don't pay any tax because you are not adding any value. Value added tax. How much value you add to the previous value? For that you need to pay tax. If you are not adding any value, no need to pay tax. That is the VAT idea. So in sales tax, only user was paying tax, others were not paying. In VAT, all are paying. In what form all are paying? How much they increase? For that they are paying. If they are not increasing the previous price, no need to pay tax. If you are increasing the previous price, like 5000 to 6000, you are increasing 1000, pay tax to 1000, not for 6000. You can pay only for how much value you are increasing. Next is GST. GST is like VAT only, students. GST and VAT both are almost the same. But what they did in intrastate. Intrastate means within same state. Within same state. So if you are buying a TV. If you are buying a TV for 22,000, where at Chikmagalur. If you are buying a TV for 22,000 at Chikmagalur, so you are buying within the Karnataka states, right? You are buying within the Karnataka state. So therefore, on this 22,000 you need to pay GST. That GST amount is divided into two parts: 50% to central, 50% to state. 50% to central, 50%. That central collected GST only called as CGST. The state collected GST only called as SGST. So this one GST only divided among state and central. So you can find one GST. Finally, that amount you can divide equally among state and central. So if you are buying the same TV, 22,000 rupees TV in Kerala, and you bought that TV to Karnataka and you are selling. So you bought at Kerala and you are selling at Karnataka. So here you are changing the state. So when you are changing the state, you have to pay GST. So within the state you are selling or between two states you are selling. So you have to pay GST. But within the state, if you are buying anything, you are paying GST. That GST is divided among central and state. So here Kerala to Karnataka, anything you are selling or buying, there also you need to pay GST. But that GST is not divided into two parts. It is only one part, that is IGST. IGST means integrated GST, that is collected by central. So for the betterment of the country. So therefore within the state, anything you are paying on any item, that is divided among central and state. Between two state, anything you are selling or buying, that is only one GST, that is integrated GST. So these are all the main differences between ST, VAT and GST. VAT and GST both are same. Only interstate and intrastate, the differences you could see in this. The next thing is remember always tax is on buying, selling and servicing. So during buying, selling and servicing, in all the three cases, we need to pay tax. Before the example problem, let us go to very important part of the chapter, that is calculation steps. So what are the calculation steps are there? So this calculation steps are very important during solving of any problem from GST chapter. So what are the calculation steps? First one is, see, you go to shop. This is shop. So you go to shop. This is you. You go to shop. You are the shopkeeper. Shopkeeper SK. This is you. You ask a shopkeeper, show us a pair of shoes. So you ask the shopkeeper to show a pair of shoes. He will show you a pair of shoes. So you liked that pair of shoe, and the marked price of that shoes were 3000 rupees. Understand? So you asked a shopkeeper to show us a pair of shoes. So the pair of shoes marked price was already 3000 rupees. Understand? This is very important calculation step. Try to understand, so it will be very useful during solving of any problem from GST chapter. So first is, you ask the shopkeeper to show the shoes. The shoes rate were 3000 rupees. And next, this is first. So this marked price 3000 is also called by labeled price. So many other names are there for marked price. MP means marked price. Marked price. Marked price is also called by labeled price, quoted price, printed price, catalog price. Like many names are there. So all are same. Marked price, labeled price, quoted price, printed price, and catalog price, all are called as same. So the marked price of the shoes are how much? 3000 rupees. Correct. So now, next what you ask the shopkeeper? Next is what? Usually we ask concession, that means discount. So we ask for concession or discount. So 3000 rupees were the marked price. You ask the discount. So now shopkeeper, what he says, after seeing the pair of shoes, see, remember, after seeing the pair of shoes that was marked at 3000 rupees, we ask concession. Concession is there or not. Now shopkeeper says that, okay, 10% discount I give. 10% discount I give. 10% discount means, 10% discount means for 100 rupees, 10 rupees less. For 10% less means for every 100, so here 3000 rupees. Now for 100 rupees 10 less, then for 3000 rupees how much less? For 3000 rupees it is 30 less, not 300 less. So how to find out that one? So this one directly I found. How to find out? Very simple. 10% discount, how to find out? 10% of 3000 rupees. You write like this. 10% of 3000 rupees. 10% how to write in fraction form? 10 by 100. Of means into 3000 rupees. So you are asking 10% discount on 3000 rupees, correct? No? So 10% of 3000. So 2 zeros cancel. 10 into 30 multiplied, you will get 300. That 300 only thus. So now that means you are asked, the shopkeeper is giving you 10% discount, means what? 10% discount means 300 rupees less. So now the shoes rate were 3000 rupees. Now in that shopkeeper reduced 300 rupees. Now it become 2700 rupees. This 2700 rupees now you are ready to buy, right? So that is only called as SP. SP means after discount, how much the value final standing, that is called as selling price. See, 3000 was even selling price. Suppose sometime marked price is 3000. We ask for discount. If shopkeeper is not giving any discount, that means marked price is 3000. We are also buying for 3000 only. If there is discount, marked price reduces. Understand? Marked price was 3000. Now we are buying for 2700 because the shopkeeper giving 300 rupees less. giving for 3,300 rupees less because 10% discount. In case shopkeeper is not giving any discount, he is not giving any discount, how much we saw on the box 3,000 rupees, we have to pay 3,000 only. There is no discount. 3,000 marked, we are also buying for 3,000. Now, so already I told you, remember what to remember? Tax is on buying, selling and servicing. Now, GST given is 18%. So they are charging 18% on 2,700 because we are buying the pair of shoes for 2,700 rupees. So they are charging 18% on the 2,700. 18% is the government collecting GST rate. How to find out GST by using this rate? GST is equal to 18% of 2,700. We are buying for 2,700 now. So government charges 18% on 2,700. 18% means 18 by 100 into half means into 2,700. Two zeros cancel. This 18 into 27 multiply on the right hand side. It is 126 plus 36. This 486. So what is the GST amount? 486 rupees. This is the additional amount we need to pay with the 2,700. So finally bill amount. What is bill amount? Bill amount means we are buying the shoes for 2,700, right? After 300 rupees discount. This is the shoes rate after the discount. Plus this 486 rupees we are not paying to shop. Actually we are paying to shopkeeper. Shopkeeper in turns pays to government. So 486 rupees will be collected by the government. Both are added 3186. So 3186 is the final bill amount. In that bill amount 2,700 rupees shoes rate, 486 rupees tax which is collected by the bank through shopkeeper. Finally it goes to government. The final amount is 3186. This much we have to pay to carry that pair of shoes to home. So let us go for an example problem to understand more about GST calculations. That is from 2020. 2000, your seniors, one batch senior, they have faced this question, 2020 question. Let us see how this 2020 question will be easy or difficult. The question was as follows. Mr. Bedi visits the market and buys the following items or articles. The first was medicine. He bought medicine for rupees 950 rupees. He bought medicine. The GST applied was 5% on the medicine. You know 5%, under 5% is medicine comes because medicine is the very essential household good. A pair of shoes. He bought a pair of shoes also. That was for 300 rupees. Pair of shoes for 300 rupees. GST applied was 18%. You know, on shoes it is 18%. External use. A laptop bag. A laptop bag also he bought for 1,000 rupees. For 1,000 rupees a laptop bag. But on laptop bag there was 30% discount was there. Also GST 18%. So these three are the very important given hints. Medicine at 950 rupees, GST 5% for medicine, 5% GST. Pair of shoes 300 rupees charge, but 18% GST. A laptop bag at MRP rate 1,000 rupees, 30% discount was there on that, and GST 18%. The first question was calculate the total GST paid. Calculate the total GST paid. First question by Mr. Bedi. Second question is find the total billing amount. So also find the total billing amount. So using these all hints, let us go for the solution. So first we start with the medicine. So actually what is the Market price of medicine. Market price of medicine is first write the market price 950 rupees. So this is the 950 rupees the market price of the medicine. Whether any discount is there on the medicine, let us see. So on medicine there is no discount. It is not given. Look at here. It's not given, only GST. So always what MP you are seeing, after the MP you need to find the discount is there or not. If discount is not there, so medicine rate is 950 rupees. It is marked, but we are also buying for 950 only. We are buying for 950 only because shopkeeper is not giving any discount on medicine. So market price is 950. We are also buying for 950. Now GST comes. GST how much? 5%. 5% of 950. We'll find out 5% of 950. How much? 5 by 100 into 950. 1010 cancel. The another 0 doesn't cancel, no? So you go for decimal cancellation. It will be easy. 10 cancel. Point comes here. 9.5. So 5 into 9.5 multiplied. It is 47.5. So 47.5 is 47 rupees, not 5 paise. It is wrong. So therefore always use two decimal places when you are answering paise. 47 rupees 50 paise you tell. So this is the GST on medicine. Though after GST what to find out? Billing amount. So what is the billing amount? We bought medicine for 950. We bought for 950. But government charges 47.50 on medicine. So totally both added it is 997.50. This 997.50 is the bill of medicine. We go for the next one. The next one is given a pair of shoes. A pair of shoes. First we write what is the rate of pair of shoes. 300 rupees was the rate of pair of shoes. This was the marked price. On the box of pair of shoes, 300 rupees is marked. Next we will ask shopkeeper to give discount, but shopkeeper is not giving discount on shoes. So he is not giving discount on shoes. For what rate we have to buy? We have to buy for 300 only because he is not giving discount. So selling price also 300. The next was GST. GST how much they are charging on shoes? 18%. 18% into 300. 18 by 100 into 300. Both the zeros cancelled. We'll get 54. 54 rupees is the extra amount on shoes. Finally, bill amount. What is the bill amount? Bill amount is for what rate we are buying? We are buying for 300 plus government charges 54 rupees. Totally 354 rupees. This is the bill amount on pair of shoes. After that, we go for laptop bag. Third one is laptop bag. So what is the rate of laptop bag? 1000 rupees. 1000 rupees the laptop bag. So market price is 1000 rupees. But on laptop bag they are giving discount. They are giving discount. So therefore we will find out first discount. Don't go for GST. First complete the discount. How much discount they are giving? 30%. 30% means 30 by 100 of 1000. They are giving 30% discount. Look at here. 30% discount they are giving. So therefore 30% means 30 by 100 of 1000. Two zeros cancelled. It is 300. That means shopkeeper is giving 300 rupees discount. So after the discount 1000 rupees reduces to 700 rupees. Correct, no? Because 1000 rupees was the marked price. Shopkeeper is giving 30% discount. 30% discount means 300 rupees less. So 1000 minus 300, 700. 700 become now SP. In last two cases, that is medicine and a pair of shoes, there was no discount. 300 only, and medicine rate also same. There is no change in the medicine rate and pair of shoes. But in laptop bag case, 1000 rupees was the marked price. It is reduced to 700. Now GST, next level is GST. GST is how much? They are charging 18%. 18% of what? 700. Because we are buying for not 1000, we are buying for 700 after the discount. So GST we will find on 700. So it is 18 by 100 into 700. 0 zeros cancelled. So 8 in 7s are 126. Finally, bill. What is the bill amount? We bought the laptop bag for 700. Selling price is the 700 plus what is the government collected amount extra? 126. Finally, 826. 826 is the billing amount. So let us go for answering the sub question. What was the first sub question? Total GST find out. Total GST. So on medicine, what is the GST? On medicine, 47.50 was the GST. On pair of shoes, 54 rupees was the GST. Now on a laptop bag, what is the GST? 126 rupees. We'll add all the three. 50, 17, carry 10, 12, here also one carry 2. So finally 227.50 is the total GST paid by us. That means Mr. Bedi by all the three items. Next, total bill amount. So what is the total bill amount? What is the rate of first medicine? 997.50. That was the medicine billing amount. Next, a pair of shoes bought for 354 including GST. The third one is now 826 rupees on laptop bag. All the three bill amount we will add now. 50, it is a 17, one carry, 10, 15, 17, again one carry, 10, 18, 21. So finally 200 and 2177, that is the bill amount on all the three items. So in this way you can find out total GST and total bill amount easily. First you consider the given item separately, go for MP, later find discount is there or not, whether not there go to GST, finally add SP and GST to find bill amount. Next, note down the homework problem. Try this problem at home. The question as follows. A man visits the supermarket and buys the following articles. The first one in that mobile phone. Mobile phone for rupees 8,000. On mobile phone there is no discount. GST applied was 28%. Next, a shirt. Rupees 1,500 MP rate. On the shirt discount is there students. 20% discount. Then GST 18%. Packaged food. Ready-made food. That is rupees 4,400 rupees market price and the GST 5%. First sub question, find the total GST. Second sub question, find the total bill amount. As I showed you now one problem, similarly you try. Hope you understood this concept of GST. So will you try this problem at home, students? Yes, it is easy. Definitely I try. Thank you.